tuberculosis.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
We are ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
Not
lady.
respectively. Yeah, that sounded.
Yeah, there you go.
Flip this.
Okay. All right. So this is our second time recording now for this episode. Well, at least attempting to record.
Because Blythe's schedule is as complicated as, like.
Yeah.
I will have you know.
What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, the first time we were supposed to do this, I was signed up for trivia night with a bunch of 80-year-olds, which, let me tell you, it's just as fun as you would imagine.
So then why did you go?
Times.
Why didn't you record with us?
They were kind of a kick after the trivia night, because then you go to pasta night, and they start drinking more, and that's the best. But,
What kind of trivia was this?
We were recording at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, well, see, I think I had something that I had to do earlier that day, too. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I went for a hike. I went for a hike with my madre, who I'm really going to miss. I'm going to really miss her when I go to college. So I went for a hike with her, and then we had to go to that. And it just didn't fit in that same time slot. I'm really sorry about it.
So what do you have to do today to push this back?
What did I owe? I had to take my dog to the nearby town with the vet, which is actually like an hour and a half away, to get neutered. So I'm glad that made the daily news.
That sounds kind of awful.
He came back a changed dog. So
the nearest vet was an hour and a half away.
Yeah, like they have times when they come to the local feed store, but it's only like once a week, and they can't do surgeries then. So yeah.
What happens if you have a heart attack? What if you have a heart? Like, where do you?
I don't think I would go to a vet. That wouldn't be my first line of action. If I have a heart attack, I have to drive an hour to get to Laramie.
So you would die.
Maybe. It depends on how strong I am.
Blythe has a fast car.
Yeah, I can make it. It's over like a mountain range, but it's fine. Just hug the curve.
Handbrake.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had one of those like those wagons you always saw.
I do have one of those too, so.
Would you take wagon or would you take car?
It would really depend on how bad the heart attack was, I gotta say.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, respect, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrible policy.
It's a terrible policy. If I've just got some phlegm, I take the covered wagon, so.
Yeah, you'll get like tuberculosis by the time you get to a doctor.
Tuberculosis. Very prevalent here, man.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't come from a heart attack.
Nope.
No, it comes from phlegmy coughs, though. I thought.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
Phlegmy
My
cough.
bad.
Tuberculosis. Anyway.
Okay.
What's on the topic?
So, I had a conversation with Andrew during one of our Indian Taco Tuesdays while you were gone in Wyoming.
I know.
About how to become a pro golfer.
Yeah.
And I would like him to explain that because I didn't really understand it.
You want the specific process or like?
Yeah, like not like, oh, be really good at golf.
Okay.
It's like clearly you have to do that.
Yeah.
Like let's say I just graduated high school and I want to become a pro golfer.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You would probably start training hard and
valid.
Play in lots of tournaments, and then you'd have to get good enough to go on to like the web.com tour, which is like the AAA equivalent for like baseball and stuff. It qualifies you for the PGA tour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you get on?
So
that?
it's like you play a whole season, and if you're in the top 10, like there's a list and how much money you make, and if you're in the top 10, you get your tour card for that year. Mm-hmm. And then if you keep making if you keep making the money amount for the PGA Tour, you just keep earning your card
and renewing it. Yep.
So do you just like sign up for the
web.com
like, AAA?
Yeah, but you have to pay entry fees and stuff. So
yeah.
if you're like,
you do.
If you're like terrible, so, it's not worth your money.
So I could.
Yeah, you technically could.
So I could go on tour, and if I got endorsements, I could be a pro golfer.
Yeah, you don't start off with endorsements though. Like you.
Yeah, because technically
you're
an
making
amateur.
an investment. Yeah, you have to make an investment.
No, but I do.
You have endorsements.
I have endorsements.
You've already signed Gatorade.
What are your endorsements?
Yeah, I have a Nike deal.
Ooh.
Rolex.
Ah.
You know.
Yeah. No,
I have Don dishwasher soap is my sponsor.
You do? Gosh,
Yeah,
I've got
they're-
what is it, Mr. Clean? He and I have
Mr.
similar
Clean?
hairstyles, so it works.
You're bald?
Yeah, little known fact. No, I'm
And Jack.
and only wear white. It's pretty awesome. My life is great. And I have the one little hoop earring. Yep, that's all I do.
Oh, got you. Wait, he has a hoop earring? I don't remember this guy.
I think he's modeled after Genie from Aladdin.
I think
Oh, right?
he
Yeah.
is. It seems like it anyway.
If Disney gets bored, they should focus on their Star Wars movie. The much
Oh,
anticipated.
Oh my god.
The Force Awakens. I'm excited.
Kill me.
Let's go. Star Wars is actually on the show notes.
See that?
So-
What a segue that was.
Oh man, segues.
Ugh,
All right.
No.
So Blythe was telling me, I was driving her home.
Mhm.
She was telling me she doesn't like Star Wars.
I hate Star Wars. I hate Star Wars. Like, it's to the point that I know how much you all like Star Wars, and I went to a movie the other day, and there was a preview for Star Wars, and I was really tempted to, I think that's possibly piracy? I don't know. I was tempted to record it with my cellular device and send it to you all, and just go off on a diatribe of how much I hate Star Wars. Like, I've never made it through a movie.
Give me 14 reasons why you hate Star Wars.
I cannot come up with 14. I'm going to list a
And if
couple.
any less than that, you don't hate Star Wars. I mean,
Can you give us 3?
I can give you 3, okay? First,
and I will destroy those
okay,
reasons.
first of all, it is supposed to be this like techie movie, a lot like Avatar, but it was really, at this point, it's become just kind of like, well, that tech isn't cool tech anymore, so no. 2, they're hecka long.
but it was the tech. The tech was groundbreaking
lightsaber.
for
Whoa.
the time too.
Whoa.
It's a
Excuse me,
lightsaber.
I haven't made all 3 points. I don't know what this
Okay.
is.
The Millennium Falcon is the most prestigious aircraft
No.
ever
It did
ever
the
created.
No, this is all wrong. It's 100% wrong because, like, I guarantee you will be more wowed by the graphics in Ant-Man than you could ever be in Star Wars.
No, that's not. It was groundbreaking at the time.
I get
Like
that.
70s.
And so I agree that at the time I would have been like, wow, good job, guys. Like, salute to you.
It still looks amazing.
It still looks semi all right, which is really,
And it's
yes,
about
I
the
agree,
plot.
is quite respectable.
Yeah, and Andrew's right. It's about the plot.
It's not about the. It's about the heart, not the.
What's so amazing about the
You
plot?
don't-
It's a damsel in
You
distress.
don't watch video. You don't play video games for graphics, and you don't watch movies for special effects.
Okay. All right. No, here's the problem, okay? What's so great about the plot? Like, all I remember is, like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Like, I think we've moved past the, like, feminist movement. We've moved past
It's
damsel
the
in distress.
quintessential monomyth.
Oh,
It is
Whoa,
the
explain that.
hero's
Break
journey.
it down.
shivers.
Shivers.
the hero. You guys have never heard
No,
of the
I've
hero's
heard of the
journey?
hero's
I've heard of it, yeah, but I've never heard of the quintessential
Monomyth.
Monomyth.
Okay, quintessential just means like the
Yeah.
main one.
Yeah.
And that's not true, but like it follows it pretty precisely.
Mm-hmm.
And monomyth is what this writer called it.
Well, there's a lot of
So,
parts
like,
in the fourth movie that are.
Luke is our hero,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Obviously.
And he goes off because he gets the call of the wild.
Mm.
What Blythe was just talking
Nature
about.
calls or
He meets his mentor.
Similar.
Yeah, he meets his mentor, and they go through obstacles. And then there's where everything gets really hard, and then he blows up the Death Star. Spoiler alert! But if you haven't seen it, come on.
Yeah.
I haven't even
get out of
watched
your
it all,
rock
and I
and
still have it.
Yeah.
go watch some movies.
Yeah, seriously. And then it's all concluded, and he goes back home. But I mean, not really. All his parents are dead.
Okay.
Wait, Blythe, were you there that one time?
his aunt and uncle.
We tried to watch like 3 Star Warses. Like
That
in
was
a
at my
row.
house.
Yeah, but were you there?
I don't
that
think
time?
I was there. If it was during the summer, I wasn't there because I was in Wyoming.
Oh, right, it was. Yeah.
So
well, that's true.
I wasn't there.
No, we had a big group over to my house and watched all 6 Star Warses. Or no, sorry, all 3, the good 3.
Every part of that
if you don't
sounds
know
great,
what the good
besides
3
the part
are-
where you're watching Star Wars.
Well,
there
the
wasn't much
6th
watching of the
movie
Star Wars.
we weren't watching.
No, okay, yeah, then
It
that
was
was
just on.
fun. But yeah, no, that's the problem I have though. Like, why is it that sometimes as a society we all group together and decide, oh, the fact that this is such like an amazing adherence to the hero's journey is so great and laudable, and yet other times we're like, no, that's so cliche. Why would we ever like that? Like, how is Star Wars not cliche? I guess
Because it was awesome.
Because it was the best.
All right, so
You can't argue with that. You can't handle the truth there, Blythe.
All right.
Oh,
So that's
good
one.
one.
Is the graphics are bad. What's 2 and 3?
Okay, 2, I think I said this, but maybe not. It's long. It is like, they're so long. It's the same reason that I haven't...
It's like an hour and a half.
No, it feels... I don't care how long it actually is. It feels so long. It's the worst. I've fallen asleep every time I've watched it, and sometimes I really try to sit down and make a
Only
concerted effort
2
to
hours
watch
and
it.
16 minutes.
I can't. 2 hours,
only
and
2 hours and
16
16
minutes? Good.
The Dark Knight was like 2 hours and 45 minutes or
Yeah.
something crazy.
Okay,
It's like
well, I
9
made
holes
it
of
through
golf.
that
That's
because that was
nothing.
badass.
Okay, the Dark Knight is like the perfect movie.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
moving on.
But I
All
felt
right,
that was
it
long.
was sure.
I also
it
haven't
was
made it
slightly
through a Lord
long.
of the Rings because they're so long.
Oh, okay. Those are still good.
But not as
They're
good?
less
Like, you're not as enraged?
brilliant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Like you still have to watch them.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I will watch them at some point. Just like I'll watch the Star Wars at some point. It's just that, like, not any point in the near future when I'm really valuing each moment of my life. Like, when I get really old and arthritis kicks in, I'll be sure to sit down and watch those.
You're an awful person.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Arthritis will be the least of your worries when you're older, Blythe.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to
Yeah.
be really far up there because I have, like, really bad joints.
Your cats will be your main worry. And
Sick
how they'll
burn.
Give the third reason.
Third
Yep,
reason.
third reason.
You have 30 seconds to give the third reason.
Oh, gosh. I'm looking around my house for a reason, which is weird. Exercise ball. No, sorry.
The Death Star looks like an exercise
Yes,
ball. That's why
that's
I hate it.
I hate it. I just hate the spherical nature of the Death Star. That's third reason right there. Done.
Yeah, like why would you build? Honestly, if you're building a spaceship, why would you build it in a big sphere?
Dude, there's no aerodynamics in space.
But still,
They built it in space.
I guess it looks cool, but
I'd make a cube.
No. That's right. It's because you can get the most volume
From a sphere?
in the least amount of surface area.
I get
Oh.
that. I respect that. I'm just saying.
And because it's already in space, it's not going into an atmosphere, so you don't need aerodynamics at all.
Also,
that's true.
And so that's just how to pack the most stuff in.
Oh, and it spins and gives artificial gravity, I bet.
Yep.
Oh,
100%
See?
it definitely does. But anything can spin and give artificial gravity if it has like an axial plane.
Yeah, but think about it. If you made a cube and you spun it
That
around,
would not
it
work.
Like, hit
Yeah,
the
that would
walls.
not work.
Like,
Well, you can make like a cylinder. You can make a cylinder, right?
and have like the gun coming out of the top, so it's just like this big
Pew!
circle. And it's just like,
Yes. Wait,
That-
I have a question about Star Wars.
that's no star.
it's a
It's a
It's a
toothpick.
toothpick.
It's an extremely large
It's a
toothpick.
can of tomato sauce.
Anyway,
no.
question.
But I have
Star
one
Wars.
question. What? So the Death Star, if I remember correctly, because I have watched little bits of it. And at the
what?
ending,
You haven't watched the full thing?
No, I can't ever make it through it all. I've
Oh,
covered
Darth
that.
Vader is Luke's dad. Okay.
I knew that. But what I'm really
Spoiler
wondering
alert.
here is, am I right in remembering that the Death Star met its demise because it had one single point where you could like shoot at it and everything would explode?
2 meters, no bigger than a womp rat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to shoot a torpedo.
No, it was
through
an exhaust pipe. So like,
I don't know. Put some
It
mesh
needed
on
an-
that. Do something. Like, do something. If you have
Well, that's where the
created
exhaust
a
of the
spaceship
pl-
in space.
but Blythe, it was no bigger than a womp rat. No one could hit that.
What in
Except the
God's
chosen
name
one,
is
of
a
course.
womp rat?
It's kind of like a kangaroo rat.
First of all,
mix.
2 meters, that's a huge rat, by the way.
I never want to run into a womp
That's
rat.
actually a really good point.
If
I
you
know.
saw
That's
if you
like-
saw a rat that was 2 meters long, you'd be moving away.
I would run for my life screaming like a banshee the whole time. I'd probably die just from like lack of oxygen.
Yeah. You'd have to travel 4 hours to get oxygen in Wyoming from the
God,
general store.
stop it. I was on an oxygen tank, actually. Funny story, when I had pneumonia and I had to drive 45 minutes to refill my oxygen tank. That was
You
awkward.
just held your breath or what?
I just stocked up really well. I got my own compressor.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, what's the next topic?
Sorry, I was holding my breath.
45 minutes.
Good one.
Okay. I want to ask you guys what your favorite bands are.
Oh, it's so hard.
I have like, is it okay if we say like singers and stuff? It doesn't have to be a band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people.
no, like musical artists that you've listened to.
gosh.
It can even be like a one-hit wonder. So you like where you just say a single that you really like.
Okay. Andrew, clutch
Right
moment.
now, I'm kind of into Billy Joel.
Dude, I
be
love Billy
honest.
Joel. Billy Joel's
Billy Joel
amazing.
could sing it, man.
Honestly, that was my childhood. Up in Wyoming, growing up, we had no television and like 2 CDs, and it was Billy Joel and I don't know,
Spice
Sinatra or
Girls.
somebody.
Oh no.
And
Spice
and Spice Girls. So let me tell you, I know it all. No, I know all the words to at least one album from Billy Joel.
I think I have heard Billy Joel, but I like
Piano Man,
I
you
don't
gotta
know
go
who
check
Billy
out
Joel
Piano
is.
Man. And Entertainer, oh, those are fantastic songs.
Only the good die young.
Oh, such a good one. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of all the lyrics to that. That one's a good one. But besides Billy Joel, personally, like it's really hard to even beat that. I would say probably at the moment, I really am into 21 Pilots is pretty good. Leaky
Oh, yeah,
Lie.
I've heard of them.
Leaky Lie, Licky Lie, Likey Lee. Anybody who knows how to say that, can you like, I don't know, write it phonetically in the
Those
comments?
weren't 3 different people.
Tweet it Blythe.
No.
Oh, I
At
was
Blythe
like,
Johnston.
Yes, at Blythe Johnston. Anyways, yeah, those are pretty good. I have a lot. I really like a lot of music, mainly alternative right now. But I love country. Oh my gosh. Luke Bryan is my heart. That's the best stuff ever.
Why do you like country?
Why do I like country?
It's the
No,
worst.
it's the best because like you're sitting there and you're stressing out about your homework or you're stressing out about your life in general.
And so you just want to listen to something sad?
No, it's not. Most of it is not sad. You listen. Okay, here's the deal. You have to listen to summer country music. All the like albums released during the summer, they're all super happy. Don't listen to anything released in the winter because it's pretty much like, and then she left me, and it's just really sad.
So what you're saying is country music stars get hammered in the summer on cheap beer and then meet
PBR.
someone who then leaves them in the winter. That's just the cyclical events of a country singer's life.
Unless you're Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert, in which case you get divorced in the summer. They were real trendsetters, though, I feel like. But yeah, no, like, but on all honesty, relationship goals, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are like they seem so happy together. They've been happy together for like a decade or something. What?
is Faith Hill the one in South Park that they always make nipple jokes about?
I don't know. I don't watch South Park. She's the one who's saying breathe. Breathe is great. Breathe is a great song.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's awful.
I've never heard of either of those people.
Ugh, hate yourself. Literally, go listen to Meanwhile Back at Mama's. That is...
Nope.
No. You listen to that, and they sing it together, and by the end of it, you're like, well, pretty much life goals. Anyways.
Well, don't let only the good die young be your life goal either.
Ooh, true. Don't do that. That's not...
So
Yeah.
Yeah, they just give bad messages. Unlike Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup. I knew you were just asking us so that you could bring up Bowling for Soup.
So that I could talk about my favorite bands. It's true.
That's what I do with most questions I ask a large group. I'm like, cool, let me tell you now what I think about it. Okay.
What I really wanted to know. Okay, so Bowling for Soup is great. They're the best band ever.
Yeah.
Because they have very peppy songs, and they're all funny.
Yeah.
Like they're more tongue in cheek funny than flat out funny. But some of them are just flat out funny.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite ones is the singer is writing a song to his girlfriend who is annoying, and it's called "Here's Your Freaking Song," and they just sing about how he hates her,
Oh wow.
and it's really
You
funny.
told me about that. It's
And
literally
I
so
enjoy
funny.
it a lot.
Bowling
I
for
feel like I
Soup.
need
So
to hear-
how did you bowl and then if you do well enough, you could get soup?
Yeah, like every Friday night they get really crazy and like go have a bowling tournament and the winner got unlimited beef bouillon or something.
It's chowder night.
It's chowder night.
Chowder
Let's
At the
go.
alley.
Chowder.
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 Zeke will know a lot more
yeah.
about chowder in
I
a
will
couple
know
months.
a lot more about chowder.
Oh, you will. I forgot about that. Boston.
Boston.
And he's
will
going to
teach
Boston.
Clam chowder.
Yeah, clam chowder. Well,
I'll eat a lot of good seafood, which you don't really get here in New Mexico.
no, I'm
Well,
gonna
what? Real
eat a lot
grand.
of fried seafood. Just fried food
bet you
in
are.
general.
There's no seafood in Arizona.
There
pretty
isn't.
sure.
That's kind of a shocker to me personally.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
It's
closer
it's
to
a
California.
It's a long swim inland from the ocean.
What do you eat? Do you eat like saguaros or whatever they're called? What are they called? What?
They actually
Oh,
have
you mean
good,
burgers? Yeah, well, there's burgers there.
No, they actually have good fruit. The saguaro cactuses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought so.
Saguaro.
See, I'm not completely useless for,
I wouldn't just go out and eat a flower though.
Yeah, that's true. Cactus flowers are so pretty, though. Anyways,
Cactus flowers?
I don't even know. I don't
They're
know that much
plants.
about cacti for having lived in the desert my entire life.
I'm pretty sure it's cactus's eye.
Is it cactus's eye? That's
thought it
like
was just-
It
that's
is.
like a
Cactuses.
possessive eye, like if a cactus had an eye.
Cactus's eye.
A
Yeah, I guess it
cactus's
is.
eye. A
Wow.
cactus
They've
eye.
had one eyeball, like right in the
Oh,
middle.
can you imagine? Just like Cyclops,
That'd be terrifying.
Saguaro or whatever. That would be pretty cool.
Just like walking around, like shooting people with its stickers.
Oh gosh, that'd be terrible.
Stop! No, never come to Alabama.
That should be the next villain in the Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
Jabba the Hutt, just like Jabba the Hutt, except as a massive cactus.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
literally so dumb.
Do you know they're making a Jabba the Hutt spinoff?
Oh
Really?
God, that's
Like
what
about
we
how he
need.
rose to power.
Well, that could have potential. I mean, there's a whole.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. Like a mob boss movie.
Yeah.
It's like The Godfather, but way cooler.
But he's like a giant slug floating through space.
He's a giant slug. Okay, honestly, I kind of sort of catch your all's references in this, but once again have not watched Star Wars, and I'm just gonna
he's
shut
the
this
weird
down.
one that goes
It's not promising.
with his tongue, and then has Slave Leia in the metal bikini.
Ooh, that's a great scene.
Oh, gotcha,
Oh, yeah,
gotcha.
it is.
Okay.
And then like everyone like nods to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and
And
then
then in like the Family Guy like parody one, like they like nod for like 5 minutes where they go, mhm.
That's good.
And it's just like everyone, like even Jabba the Hutt's like in it. He's like, yeah,
mhm.
the plan.
That's perfect. Oh my gosh.
Blythe has been out of town. This is actually the first podcast we're recording where we're not all in the same house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have gone on many trips. You went to Alabama.
I did.
And Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And
In every state
would you
in
like
between.
to enlighten
And
us?
Seattle. Yeah. What? All of it? Just like what I did?
Just give us a quick rundown, and Andrew and I will ask questions as we feel necessary.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm cooler than either Andrew or Zeke. So I've been going like cool places, and they've just been staying in ABQ.
I don't know about that.
Except I went to San Diego.
And I went to Denver.
Right.
So-
So
So
for the sake of argument, I'm going to forget that either of you went anywhere. Sorry.
Okay.
No, just kidding. They're cool. But I went to Wyoming first, and that's where I've spent every summer since I was a wee tot. And
I'm sorry.
now I live there permanently. So, well, my mom does, and so I come up once again for the summers. So it's been pretty great. I spend a lot of time with really old people, so like 85-year-olds. I golf with a lot of old guys. They're fun. They're like cool people. They're like a little sexist and more than a little racist, and it's really offensive. And I don't really know at what point to be like, yo, so that's like 100% unacceptable. So like, it's
Okay.
torn up.
question.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Are they sexist towards you?
Sometimes they are. It really depends on the person. They used to be, but then once they realized that I had like a functioning brain, they're not as much anymore. They're just sexist towards
That
that are
you're
like
less of the-
trophy-wise.
You're less female than.
I must female. Oh,
I
good
can't-
one.
I can't
good
even
one.
get through that.
No,
And follow up. Do you play for money?
not often. I play for money like once a week, and so I usually get like I get like $25-$50 a week. Like I try not to
that's
take too
good.
much. Anyways, so
Wait, what do you play?
golf?
Oh, Do you like bet people?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's
you
little
could.
like weekly tournaments and stuff. I don't bet anybody because like
Did I just zone out?
that
for
would
a
just be
second?
bad blood.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you did. You might have, or you might have just
Did you just
only
say
heard
bad
the other
blood?
part. Yeah, not a Taylor Swift reference. Please don't make that
okay.
reference. Oh God, no! Stop. Make it stop.
Did you guys see the Nicki Minaj Taylor Swift kerfuffle
I
on
literally
Twitter?
only saw the aftermath of it and everyone being like, "Oh my gosh, the internet's exploding," and I was like, "Okay."
The only good thing to come out of that is I think it was Jason Derulo
Jason
or someone that has like a Derulo-y looking name
Mm-hmm.
tweeted, "Hey, I want to have some Twitter beef too. So Ed Sheridan, fuck you." And that's all he tweeted.
That is so gold.
I bet Ed was like,
Wait, who's the really short
what
one?
the heck, man?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. It was
It was
him.
him. Okay.
Oh.
No offense, Bruno Mars. You're never gonna hear this, but like, I don't want to send those vibes out. There's nothing wrong with being
You're
short.
really short.
Is he really short?
You're
I don't-
really, really short.
Apparently he is. But he makes more money than we'll ever make, so it's a give and take.
Not true.
Yeah, speak for
This
yourself.
Podcast might take off.
Speak for yourself. Anyways,
My Dawn dishwasher soap sponsorship pays rather well.
rather well. I'm just trying to
It's
stay
rather
modest.
Andrew and his sand cocaine smuggling ring
Right.
has just been paying well.
It's paying so well, even though they only get like one solo cup full every like few months. It sells
It's pronounced
really,
kilo.
Anyways, yeah, so like they're kind of sexist towards like some of the I feel like there's like a few wives who are a little younger than their husbands, a little bit more than a little younger than their wife or their husbands.
Like trophy wife territory?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but a little bit. But for the most part they're like super nice people. They just have moments where it's like, "Ooh, oh, guess I know what
Like-
decade you were born in." And
Like,
it was-
yeah, just old people.
yeah, it's just
They're
an
old
old
people.
people thing. Anyways, yeah, so Wyoming's been a great time though. It's honestly beautiful country. If anybody is contemplating going to Wyoming, do it. It's amazing. It's super pretty here. Yeah, don't try to I don't know. Don't try to go to all the places that are super touristy though, cuz that's not the beauty of Wyoming. The beauty of Wyoming is like being able to get away from everyone. And we have pretty good food here. Then after that, I went to Seattle with my sister.
Hold on. I gotta stop you real
What?
quick. There's no touristy places in Wyoming.
There are
Yeah.
though. There are touristy places because there's like
Name a single city in Wyoming.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
that wasn't
Good
hard.
job. No, it's not cities.
That's
It's
the
like,
only one though. That's the only city.
I mean, there
Is it?
are
That's it.
like that's not like okay, city by the general definition. Like we have about as many people in all of Wyoming as the greater metropolitan area of Albuquerque.
Well, it's because we're huge.
We're not that
Yeah.
big.
No,
we
we're
really
not.
Aren't
aren't.
we at
It's
top
like
5 biggest cities?
No,
Nope.
not even anywhere near. We're like top 5 for violence, but that's about it. Anyway, so there is. There's like places where you can go skiing and stuff. So like up by like Jackson and stuff, you can go do some skiing and like I mean we have a lot of like national parks
Wow.
and stuff. So
We actually do have 887,000. So we're actually fairly large. We're bigger than Boston.
really?
Like
No,
Cheyenne?
we're not. Type
bigger than
softer.
No, Boston, yeah. The greater Albuquerque area has a higher population than Boston.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I mean, Boston's, they're all packed
Yeah.
into each
And
other.
like that
So-
doesn't include like Cambridge and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So
Let's check the greater Boston area.
well that just runs into other large municipalities, I feel like.
New York.
Like the NYC. No, that's a little bit too far to have to run.
4.5 in the greater Boston
Yeah.
area.
So we were talking
Million?
like the
Oh,
heart of the
gosh.
city.
Let's check the Jewish population in Boston.
What? Where did that even come from?
It was just on the Google searches. 7.2% of Boston
72%?
is Jewish.
Yep.
7.2.
Oh, I was like, wow.
How do you move with horses?
How do I move with horses?
Don't you
Have you
just-
never
so
seen
she
a
has
horse trailer?
horses because they live on a ranch.
Yes, I live on a ranch.
And I just want you to tell us the things that like most people don't think about when you're moving
when you're
horses.
moving horses.
Because what I thought you did was you throw the horses in the trailer and then you drive. And then, you can stop wherever you want to, but apparently that's not the case.
No. Oh, you heard me talking about this on the phone. Okay, so pretty much the way it works is the most animals I've ever hauled at once was 4 chickens, 2 cats, 3 dogs, and 2 horses in in a F-150 with a horse trailer attached behind it. So
And
wait, how on earth did you get that many animals in there?
okay, so so you put the chickens in the largest dog crate you can find. 3 chickens, so it's not that bad. And it's only so from Albuquerque to Wyoming, you can get there hauling a trailer, you can do it in 12 hours to where we're at in Wyoming. And so
you can watch all 6 Star Warses.
oh my gosh, I could have, or I could have just, proceeded to shoot off my toes one by one and had an equally good time.
14 hours.
14 hours? Oh, it would have taken 14 hours?
Yeah.
Dang, bummer.
You could have watched 2 through 6.
My plan is foiled. I shouldn't do it without doing all at once. Anyways, so you put the chickens in a dog cage of some sort, and then you cover it with a blanket, and you put bales of hay.
Oh, isn't that because
They get cold?
birds, you're supposed to cover bird cages and stuff?
No, it's mainly just because we put them in the bed of the truck, and that's a lot of wind, and so you have to cover them so that you can't get the wind, and then we put, you give them food, and then you put a bale of hay on all sides so it holds the blanket down just fine. And
you could just eat the chicken.
You could have eaten the chicken, but it was in the middle of production years, so that would have been dumb and just economically a poor decision. So we didn't do that, but thank you. I will keep that in mind.
Wait, production of what?
Eggs? Yes.
Or milk?
You have 3 chickens. The production of eggs is 6 eggs for the year.
No, they produce a lot of eggs, yo. So, no. But, anyways, it takes them a while. They have a very high infant mortality rate, if you will. And so, once you've gotten a full-grown chicken that's producing, it's really dumb to kill it before it's done producing, because then you've just wasted all that time nurturing that little wee chick to full life.
Have you ever murdered a chicken?
Yeah, that was my question.
Murder the chicken?
That I thought in my head.
Yeah, have you ever done it?
Have I murdered a chicken? I have not murdered a chicken. I have eaten murdered chicken.
A chicken? Oh, same.
I think my dad used to murder chickens a lot. On his family's farm in Wisconsin. Yeah, in Indiana. But yeah, no, it's apparently it's not that hard. You can break its neck, or you can chop its neck off. There's
yeah, but then they run around like a chicken with their head cut off.
Yeah, well, they make these. I do know this. They make these cones. They look just like a metal cone, and it's attached to the side of a building, usually a barn, and then it has a little hole at the bottom, and so you take the chicken and you kind of dump it in with its head first into this cone, and then only its head is down at the bottom, and then you just slice off the head, and then it just all its reflexes. It's just in the air
in a little.
Yeah.
In a.
They say it's a more comforting way for it to go, but I mean, I can't imagine that ever being that comforting.
Gruesome.
That's like a guillotine.
It is. I mean, I can't imagine how that would ever feel comforting. Oh yes, I've experienced this so many times. This feels just like home.
Yo, there goes my head. Oh, it's very nice to have my head just here.
Oh,
and then
I
you're
just
dead,
oh, so much neck rotation. Oh, there it goes. Anyways.
Why are chickens British?
I don't know. Chickens just felt British in my mind, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. So
she's doing a British accent.
Dolphins have a British accent.
Do dolphins have a British accent?
Yeah, they totally do.
Chickens have the most southern twang accent you have.
Oh, that's true.
Wow,
that's true.
It's it's hens.
Dolphins have British accents.
Dolphins going around just get out of my way, you chum. That.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, except it sounds like this.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try to reach that decibel in the recording, so it would just blow out everything about the recording. Anyways, so you keep all the chickens like that. You give any of you trying to travel with cats and like it meows a lot and you want to get it to stop, give it a half a Benadryl before you travel. Hide it in its food.
It'd be out for days.
People. It's really, no, it stays semi-awake. A half to a quarter. I might have been a quarter of a tablet.
Yeah, because I go like a full Benadryl and I'm out for like 12 hours.
You're
so
such
half
a
Benadryl
lightweight.
For like a 6-pound cat is like, they're like barely breathing.
No, they're totally 100% alive. They kind of sort of meow. I just have a lot of I have cats that get very paranoid when we travel, so I have to do that.
So you give them a Benadryl?
Yeah, no, they'll
be like Han Solo in the ice thing.
Carbonite.
Yeah. You'll be out like Han Solo and Carbonite.
He goes like this. He goes.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Perfect. Yeah.
That is the greatest moment.
Greatest moment in that movie
is when Leia's like, Han, I love you.
I know.
And as he's going down, he's like, I know. Like, how awesome is that?
Just
That's
once
great.
you want to like be that not socially invested that you can just be like, I know. God.
I
dang it.
know.
Just no. It's not even. It's just being a badass.
Yeah, that's
Badass. That's what's wrong with the
greatest.
macho mentality in today's society.
Okay, Blythe. Why can't we just stay anywhere with horses?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so horses.
Keep getting us off
So so what happens with horses is depending on how well your horses travel, sometimes your horses, especially like the situation with this last move up here that we were possibly going to have to stop on the way up here was we were running into a storm, and you don't want to leave horses in a trailer overnight with a storm coming because they get super freaked out during storms. I have one horse who gets super jumpy when he hears thunder, like mini horses do. And so if they start pawing, they can start pawing and rearing up in the trailer, and they could either A, get their foot caught on something and break their leg, at which point you have to pretty much just euthanize a horse after it breaks its leg.
You murder them.
Like, yeah.
In the face
I
with
mean,
a
if
shotgun.
it's a
Oh, is that
bad
what that
enough break,
means?
there's no hope for it. Like, you just can't move forward past that.
Just give them a whole pack of Benadryl.
Just give them a whole. That is so awful. That
I mean,
is
you have
much
leftovers from the cat.
I
'cause
do.
You have
I mean,
5.5 from the cat.
yeah, God willing, I don't have allergies and use some. So, yeah. So anyway, so
Do
you
they
have
have
to
plants
store
up in
him.
Wyoming?
Do we have what?
Do they have pollen up there?
Pollen? We have pollen. Actually, usually the way it happens every year is I hit all the pollen in Albuquerque, and then it's later in Wyoming. We have a lot of, we have some similar species up in Wyoming, and so I'm kind of allergic to the same stuff up here, but they hit their peaks at different times. So it's kind of the worst. I hit both. Anyways, that's riveting. But yeah, so what you want to do is you'll find there's travel boarding where you can board horses just overnight. It's not particularly common. And with the travel from Albuquerque to Wyoming, usually you just try to make it in one night, and then they don't have to worry about it. But yeah, you just have to be really careful about horses. They can't ever be, at least my mom doesn't ever put saddles on them when they're in the trailer. You have to give them some hay, and yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. They're pretty cool. Then you have to muck out the trailer once you've unloaded the animals, because
does that mean
they've
clean up their
relieved
poop?
themselves. What?
Oh, good for
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah.
ooh, that's probably a great job to get stuck with.
Are they like big poops?
You know what's weird? I'm going to say this, and you all can judge me as much as you want to. Horse manure doesn't smell bad. I agree, there is other fecal matter in this world that's oh my gosh, that is the worst. But like cow manure? Nope, I don't really like cow manure. That smells awful. But horse manure, actually, it kind of smells like my childhood, because I would muck stalls in my
gosh.
childhood and stuff.
You had a very
My childhood,
vividly smelled
Yeah.
childhood.
my childhood smelled like Star Wars. So
You played with poop.
Yeah, it was
as a child.
pretty adventurous. It was pretty great. But yeah, no, it's not that bad. In answer, they are big animals, so they do have big fecal matter. So yeah, so it's you just muck it out in the
Wow.
field, and you just use it as plant,
Fertilizer.
Yeah. So yeah,
All right.
it's not that hard.
Interesting.
It's really not that hard.
what about pee?
Okay.
Does that just drain out or what?
Yeah, that mainly just strains out as you drive. I mean, yeah, for the most part. And then like besides that, I mean,
is there like food in there for them?
yeah, you put up these like really cool nets that are they kind of look like little soccer nets, but they kind of collect up really cool. And so you fill them with hay and then you string them up kind of to the walls of the trailer, and they can just pick out little bits from it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, and then they could use it as a hammock later.
Yeah, later, like once they've eaten it, they want a little siesta.
A horse hammock.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine? I could barely get into a hammock, let alone a horse.
Can you imagine a horse getting into
it just like falls over.
Yeah,
well,
they
have like horse hammocks. They actually do. Whoa, shoot.
Nay.
They have horse hammocks for like when you have to deliver horses like overseas on boats and stuff.
Oh, like so it's like over their
they used to
this part, and their legs just kind of hang.
Yeah,
out.
and they kind of just are like by the belly, and they're like, "Ooh, what's up, guys? Coming down."
I saw those. Andrew, do you remember we went and saw 2012?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was for your birthday.
Yeah, it was for my birthday. Yeah. And they had these like big helicopters like carrying giraffes like that.
Yeah, I did. And I was like, where does the giraffe put its balls during that? Because they were just getting smushed.
No, I think they like hang out off the back.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I like how in the middle of this like apocalyptic movie, you're like, yo, where his parts at? Yeah,
I'm like, well, the giraffe can't repopulate the giraffe community when its stuff is getting squished.
That's just stupid, guys. Like, that's the end of a bloodline. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
God dang it.
We have a lot of follow-up to do. So the first thing I would like to follow up is, in the last podcast, I was listening to it, and Blythe interrupts me as I'm talking about lines, like getting ahead in lines, with completely my point. With the point I was going to make. So I'd like to say to everyone listening, that's where I was headed. And I hate that Blythe stole it from me.
Okay.
Because like I was getting to that conclusion too, and she's just like, nope, swoop in and grab it.
I don't know what point I made during that, because like, you know.
That you can just like walk through confidently and no one will care.
Exactly. So like, but I feel like I've stolen a lot of points from you in the past, and it's really kind of petty to bring it up and like be like, oh, that was me. Dude, it's all simpatico.
No, but that one bothered me because I had a story. Where
I'm sorry.
I was in a hospital one time. Yeah, I think I actually did this. I don't know if I actually did it or thought about doing it.
Or if it was a dream.
But yeah, something like that.
Whoa.
And I found like, you know, one of the white coats that they have. And I just walked around the hotel confidently.
The hospital?
You know, and no one really... Yeah.
You totally like 2 months ago? Do that in real life.
Maybe I dreamed it, or maybe it was like half a dream, half I just walked around confidently, and the other half I dreamed with the coat on.
Like if you really did that in real life, you're way more of a badass than I thought.
Hospitals before.
Zeke performed 3 open heart surgeries at the age of 8.
Doctor, we need you. And they like pulled me, and I like had to wash my hands on the way, and got there, and I was like, wow, that's kind of squishy and disgusting.
Wow, he just passes out. Oh no, we're sorry.
Is that supposed to be there? Like
that's like
that looks wrong.
Guys, in my professional medical opinion, that is gross.
That net looking thing that's over the stomach, that really doesn't look good.
Just give him a Benadryl.
Give him a Benadryl. Just a half one.
Just give him a Benadryl. But doctor, his liver's failing. Just Benadryl, man.
Just
I don't know.
Benadryl, but a little bit of Benadryl.
I can't do anything.
Shit, I don't know.
Put a tourniquet on it. I don't know.
I don't know.
On his liver.
Where's that staple gun thing?
Yeah.
Let's just close this back up. Everything remedies itself. Nature will overcome.
The body's an amazing thing.
The body's amazing.
Homeostasis, man.
Here, let me rub my hands together. Do you feel it?
The healing power.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There was this movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he actually pretended to be a doctor. And there was one part where they're like, we need your opinion on this, doctor. And it was this, like, person's bone sticking out of his shin. And he was like, do whatever you think. And then it shows him going into another room and, like, vomiting into a sink. Sorry.
There's a Psych episode
Ooh.
where Sean Spencer is pretending to be a doctor, and someone gets hurt, and he's like, "Is anyone a doctor?" And someone says, "You are," and he's like, "Oh right," and then goes and like, fakes it.
That's cool. Oh my god.
So if I'm ever a doctor, I'm gonna do that, like in the hospital.
Well, I'll pull like this is my first time kind of like.
We need a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
just go in. You're like super old.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this is my first time. So
Yeah, like right before-
we'll see how it goes.
right before you like insert them with the anesthesia or whatever. Whoa, it's been a while. We'll see how it goes.
It's
And
been
then,
a
like,
while.
just-
Pretend to shake.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
another thing that I said that was wrong with the last podcast is that I was 8 pounds when I was born.
Yeah.
I was actually 9.6 pounds when I was born,
Oh,
Good
gosh.
God.
which is much larger.
Your mother must hate you.
apparently. I did almost kill her.
Well, my sister and I together were like 13 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know how much I weighed, but I do know that I almost killed my mother because while I was in the womb, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to play like jump rope with my umbilical cord. And so like I wrapped it all
gosh.
around me and it was pretty much mummified in my own umbilical cord. But then they saved me, and my doctor was drunk at the time because it was the day after Thanksgiving. So that's pretty cool.
What?
Yeah, that's probably not.
Well, the actual doctor that was supposed to deliver me was, with her family in some, far off place. And so I just had like the on-call
In a galaxy
doctor.
far, far away.
Yes, far, far away. And so I just had the on-call doctor in the emergency room, and he was like, obviously drunk, apparently. And my dad at one point was like, "This doesn't seem right. Like something's going wrong." And he's like, "It does seem like something's a little off." And he's like maybe we should do an ultrasound or something, or like find out what's going down in there. And he's like, "You know what? That's like a pretty good idea." So
He's like, yeah, shit, that sounds like a good
dude,
plan.
let's go with what he said. So anyways, yeah, my father saved my life, and then I proceeded to almost take my mother's life. So it was like an eventful couple days.
Well, mine
Okay.
mine wasn't eventful either. I just stiff armed my sister, said I was going first. And it was just
Said, no, we played thumbs for this. Yeah.
I was apparently the most beautiful baby the nurses had ever seen.
I was apparently, that's super cute, actually. No, my sister was the biggest baby, like the biggest girl they'd ever seen. One was like right before my sister was delivered, said something to the effect of, "Let's get this elephant out of here." So that was something. I apparently was like the nicest baby ever because the nurse came in and like gave my mom me once I'd been cleaned up and everything, and was actually a cool looking kid, and was like, "All the other babies in the nursery are crying and she's just looking around and not saying a thing. She's really special. You be sure to take care of her." And then I proceeded to become like the loudest loudmouth ever. So that was awkward.
Yeah.
I was just saving up.
Okay, it's on to Van Corner.
Ooh,
Van Corner.
breaking news.
Van.
Yes.
The van.
Tell
The
us.
Van.
Tell
Well,
us,
the
Andrew.
van's getting a replacement,
Ooh.
and that's where my parents are right now. They just left.
Really?
I just heard the garage below me. Yeah, they're gonna get the new car right now.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I swear to God.
Mazda 5, if I'm
The Mazda
not
5.
mistaken.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
a hatchback?
it's
Or is it-
It's kind of like a Lamborghini, I think.
Yeah, it does look a lot like a Lamborghini.
Yeah,
If a Lamborghini was
was a hatchback.
A family car?
Was a Mazda 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a
It's-
family car and, not a Lamborghini. So like
Yeah.
a more reasonable vehicle.
But other than that, it looks exactly like a Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
So,
yellow and
I'm
everything.
sorry, I've been watching a lot of Top Gear.
Yeah. No, that's,
Gosh, dang
that's
it.
okay.
Ah,
But that's where they are right now. So and then
very exciting.
we might have to say goodbye to the van.
So is the van still at your home?
Yeah, it is. But we're
Oh.
gonna have to trade it in.
Oh.
Oh, you're not going to try and sell it?
We're
Yeah, question. What's the trade-in
well, we
value
were
on that one?
like $17. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's about it.
Probably
Like
around there.
-15 to haul
With
it
a full
off.
tank of gas.
With a full tank of gas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna go through the hassle of selling it or we're just gonna trade it. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Speaking of cars,
Mhm.
Rocket League.
Oh
God.
gosh.
I love Rocket
Same
League.
here, man.
It is pretty fun, actually.
Okay.
I'm super bad at it, but it's pretty fun. I'll give you that.
So Rocket League is a game that I just got that was free for PlayStation Plus owners on the PS4. And Andrew and I have been
Shocker.
playing it so much.
Yeah,
Another
we're like
shocker.
1-2, 1-3 in the world right now, I think.
Yeah,
Both of
it's
us.
true. Yeah, I'm 1, he's 2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we switch
saucy.
places. It's
Yeah, constant battle.
Yeah, right now. But when Blythe was here watching us, we were unstoppable.
yeah, we were really good for
It
some
was
reason.
amazing. It was like,
It was just save after goal. It was unreal.
I pretty much, yeah.
And
I
then
attribute it to me.
Andrew came over
Later.
yesterday or 2 days
2
ago.
days ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And we were terrible.
We started off that, and then we kind of regained it, and then we kind of ended that.
Were you just getting
Yeah.
wait, was it all ranked play or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we broke
bummer.
even on the day, but we lost our first
Yeah.
4 in a row, and then we did we
Oh,
won, 3 in a
no.
row. It was like a roller coaster of a.
Did one of you
Right.
leave the game like Mark DeShark's partner in that round the other day? Just like,
Oh my!
screw it.
I can't believe we remember that. Mark DeShark.
I
That guy
remember Mark
was-
DeShark
happened?
because that's like the best screen name I've heard in a while.
He was his partner guy was not moving for the last 2 minutes of the game. Do you remember that?
He just gave up. He literally left the
Oh.
game.
His guy just gave up.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about like a golfer or
Oh
something.
no! I was referring literally
I
to
don't
the
know
game I
why.
watched. I was very present
I
during
know,
that
but-
game.
Yeah, no, that was bad. So then there was just one dude playing against the two of
Mm-hmm.
us.
We won
Score ended up being
8.
11-2.
Yeah, it
And
was
he kept
terrible.
sending chats like, "Nice shot, good job." And it was really sad.
Yeah, and I felt so bad.
I felt really bad. And I wasn't even playing, so I mean, if I had been playing, you might not have even won. So I'll
That's
tell you
true.
one thing: his partner definitely wouldn't have left the game. Just deemed it
That's
hopeless.
true.
You all won 7-0. It would have been a close 1-2 if I had been playing. Yeah.
So the other video game that I would like to talk about in Video Game Corner now is the new Batman game,
Ooh.
which I got just after we recorded the last game. You got it? No, the last podcast.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know you got it.
And I beat it in 3
Oh,
days.
that's so sad.
Oh, is this it's the Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Harley
Arkham
Quinn
Knight.
and whatever.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah?
But I'm done now.
That's sad. Can't you
And I
play
just
it
wanted
again?
to say that it was awesome. I could play it again, but they have a new game plus option where you get all your stuff from the old game, and it's just harder. But it's harder, and I'm not very good at video games.
So are you kind of happy you beat it so fast?
Driving the Batmobile. Oh yeah.
Well, I had a fantastic time playing it. I haven't completed it, gotten 100%,
Yeah.
and I think I might try. But yeah, I very much enjoyed myself.
I'm so glad. How many hours a day did
Batmobile.
you spend on that during those 3 days?
8.
Oh, 6. So, solidly wasted 3 days of your life. Not wasted, but, that was
No,
the
1 day.
exclusive action.
No,
of
that's
your
what I
day.
was doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Cool.
play that and then go lift and then play that.
Awesome. Yeah. Well-rounded
So you were
life.
becoming Batman.
Renaissance man.
As
I was
you were
becoming
playing
Batman. Yeah, I was just doing sit-ups the entire time I was playing.
Yeah. Becoming Batman. I was pretty much just like Ben Affleck, just getting ready, you know what I mean?
You were popping the spine
Chris-
into your back.
Chris Pratt is where it's at.
Chris Pratt
For
is
Batman?
amazing. He's literally one of my favorite humans. Pretty much, if you're an actor and your first name is Chris, I honestly
last
I
name is
can't
Pratt?
think of an actor with the first name Chris that isn't attractive.
I can remedy that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who?
I wish
You're
I-
gonna go find one. He has to be in some kind of movie at some point. We've got Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Evans. I feel like I thought of another Chris. I've thought about this before, to be clear. I'm not this fast at remembering people named Chris who are actors.
Yeah, I'm like.
Christopher Walken.
Who is Christopher Walken?
Ooh.
What
you
was
know what?
he
You
in?
know Christopher Walken?
No, I'm just bad at names.
Chris Farley.
What were they in? What's their major role?
Tommy Boy was Chris
Oh
Farley.
God, yep, I know Chris Farley. You know what? Who's to say?
They're just the
I can't
Duffs
speak
of
bad about
the
him.
Chris.
He's dead.
So?
Yeah.
He's just dead.
He is dead. Yeah, okay, so he wasn't very attractive. All right. See, I knew saying that somebody was going to prove me wrong, but I want it to be known that at present, if you watch
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
And Chris Pratt. That's
Pratt.
pretty
much the Marvel universe.
Yeah. All those Chris's.
Amen. Amen to that. So, anyways, pretty great films.
And Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Yep.
I like Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy.
He does. He seems like a really
Except when he turns into a Hulk.
Yeah. Then he's a dick.
Then he's kind of a dick.
Then he gets a little edgy. So,
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. I really want Snickers to have a commercial. You know how they do that whole "you're not you when you're hungry"? I really, really want them to do one with the Hulk. And just be like, "You're not you when you're hungry." And give him a Snickers. And then he turns back human. But opportunity missed thus far.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Andrew, you put something on here about 4th of July.
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking.
Do you have anything?
You're American and wanted to talk about it.
Yes, of course.
I was a pyrotechnic.
Ooh.
So where there were a ton of like legal and completely safe fireworks where I was at.
I imagine
took
that's
them
exactly
apart
how it went.
and put them back together so they were less legal.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's pretty exciting.
So we got like, there's some that come in boxes but are just like a little circular tube of stuff. So we took like 4 of those out, put them in one box, and then put a box of like basically flares that get super bright, and just put that on top.
That's so scary.
And then lit the things under the box of flares. And so the fireworks were going up, and then the flares went off, and it was awesome.
That's pretty sick.
That sounds pretty amazing. Every year for 4th of July up in Wyoming, we go drive down the road to this dude ranch, which a dude ranch is basically like you take people from the city and you put them on horses and tell them they're acting like cowboys, but they're not because they're not doing any of the hard work. Anyways, and so they put on a fireworks show every year, and it is always epic. So we go and drive on the dirt road up to that place, and we sit in the back of the truck as a family, and we watch the fireworks, and it's super cute.
Oh.
So, yeah. Well, also during New Year's, we go out and dig a hole in the snow, and my dad buys fireworks. I'm never really sure where from. It doesn't seem particularly legal because they're huge and amazing. And then he just sets them off. It's pretty awesome.
And they're probably legal in Wyoming. They're just illegal here in New Mexico because it's so dry.
It's true. And like during the winter, it's like there's 3 feet of snow on everything. So that seems unlikely.
Nothing's catching on fire.
Yeah.
Do you remember my 18th birthday party where we were setting off a bunch of illegal fireworks?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, this fire truck rolled up, and it was totally fine, but everyone just scattered.
No, not everyone.
Yeah.
I did not scatter. I was standing there, and I thought to myself, well, Zeke's mother, it just happened to walk up at this point, and I looked around, and I was like, why are you all running? There is an adult, and there's no way we are getting in trouble at all. You play stupid, and you try to be a nice human. And that's why I got to play the prank on all of you that we all owed $500 to
that was so
municipality of Albuquerque.
No, the best part of that, the best thing that came out of that is we called our friend who couldn't make it.
Oh my gosh.
And we called him that we were all in
That
jail
was great.
and needed $500 each, and he took it so seriously.
He was like, I'll reconcile my debts and give you the money by 0600 tomorrow. I was like, dude, it's not. We're not.
He was literally talking about it like it was secret ops. Like he literally had to do an extraction, and I was like,
and he was like, he was like,
he was.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, it wasn't even like, it was so weird because like you know those people who whenever push comes to shove, they're gonna be a little bit of a pansy about things, and they're gonna kind of freak out about it. He wasn't even like that.
He was like...
He was genuinely just like almost like he had prepared his whole life for this. Like, okay,
Yeah, he was like, all right, I'm ready.
It was like,
Yeah,
it made me worry that he's part of like a
awesome.
Bulgarian mob or something, or Hungarian mob.
And first of all, people ran. I didn't even know if it was a fire truck. I didn't even see if it was a fire truck.
How did you not
just
know
ran
the
when
profile
everyone
was
else
as
ran?
large as a mobile home?
Wow, no, I was like SWAT was showing up or something. I was like, getting the hell out of there.
SWAT was showing up. They came rolling down that street so slow with their like siren kind of sorta on, and the main problem was that they'd gotten a bunch of noise complaints, so we just had to call and be like, yo, I'm sorry. It was
Well, I remember
great.
just Alan just handed me fireworks and then ran down the road. And I was like, oh my god.
Alan was freaking out. I remember he believed it
Just
so
like, suck
much
it,
when we
and
told
run
him
away.
that there was the $500 fine. That people were stressing, and they genuinely believed
Yeah, it was bad.
It was hilarious, actually, from my perspective. Because it was literally the only people who stayed were like me, Emma, Carlos, and Sophie. That was
And there's
it.
probably like 20, 30 people at this thing.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
were the only people who was like, wait, what? No. Pass. Pass on running into cacti.
And we're like, hey, that.
Speaking of Sophie,
What?
Oh yeah.
we went to Legoland.
Oh, segue.
So-
Yes, segue. Sophie is your younger sister.
Yes. We went on a sibling
Aw,
trip
So cute.
in which I did not tell her we were going. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, get in the car. And we went to Legoland.
And she wore the same clothing for
No,
10
my
days.
mom
Oh,
packed
no.
it.
Aw, you planned so well.
It was awesome.
That is
Yeah.
actually like super cute. What made you think to do that even?
What, the trip or Legoland?
Both. Break down both.
The trip was my mother's idea.
Aw.
And Legoland was really fun. Because we just got to act like children.
Yeah. That's nice.
Because it's for children 2 to 12 to enjoy
Yeah.
most. But we really enjoyed
thoroughly
it.
enjoyed it.
So like we got there right as the gates opened.
Oh,
And not all the rides were open.
yeah.
So we went to this place where you could like build little racy cars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was me, who's 18, and my sister, who's 16, building Lego cars to go against 6-year-olds.
So not fair.
And like, yeah, no, we destroyed them. Because how could we not? Because they would like put stuff like on one side that they didn't put
And
on
you're
the
like,
other, and so the car would turn.
Aerodynamics. What are you
And you're
doing?
just like, come on,
Basic
6-year-olds,
physics.
know
man.
how to build things
Yeah.
better.
What are you doing?
We also built, like the little kid Lego blocks that are like
Yes.
huge.
Yeah.
We also built like a huge tower out of those.
Ooh,
That's awesome.
that's great.
And then my favorite part by far of Legoland is this place called Miniland,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I sent Blythe mini Snapchats
Yes.
of because she was lucky to be Snapchatting me at the time.
Yep.
Sorry.
No problem.
And I actually have the pictures. I can show them to you tomorrow.
Okay.
And it was
They
awesome
were
because they
hilarious.
just built these huge cities out of Legos. And they were like little people, and they were doing like little stuff.
Yeah.
And so I caught multiple Quentin Tarantino references.
Yeah. They were
And,
nods to
like,
like
a
every
policeman.
film ever.
Yeah, and a policeman like arresting a prostitute in New York City.
Ooh.
There were a bunch of hookers in Vegas.
Ooh.
And there was a mugging going on in San Francisco. It was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I stared at them for like 2.5 hours.
I bet you did.
I know. Well, I kept getting them, and I was like, "Wow, is this all Legoland is?" And now I realize that he really focused in on one part.
I would have been incredibly happy if that was all Lego.
That's all Legoland was.
Just a massive Lego build.
There's a massive cultural reference made out of Legos.
They had a Death Star there
Oh my god.
Yeah.
that was literally the size of my bathroom.
Oh my
What?
gosh. Can you walk
Yeah,
in
it was seriously like 4 feet radius.
What if that
Okay.
was your job? Was just like,
Building Legos?
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be the
Apparently,
best
they
job
don't
ever.
get paid very well though. The master
Doesn't matter,
builders
you
at
built the
Legoland.
Legos.
Oh well, I'd still do it.
I'd
$2
probably
million?
still
Sounds
do
awesome.
it. I'd
Yeah,
just like
same.
pack away some Legos every day so that I could sell them to children at a marked up price to compensate for my low pay.
Gosh.
I think
And
it's a genius
highly
idea.
illegal.
Yeah, I bet that is actually.
Oh, it's definitely illegal. You're stealing and, other crimes. Like stealing,
Other crimes.
probably.
pushing drugs on children.
Drugs? Is can
Lego-
Hey
Legos-
kids,
Legos
you wanna
are
buy some
addictive.
drugs.
you just cut up
Legos.
Legos? You just put them through like a food processor and all of a sudden it's cocaine's best friend or something?
Well, the kids will be like, "Oh, we're bored of drugs. Yeah, give us the Legos."
We're bored of drugs,
Yeah.
dude. I've been
I've done
huffing
enough
paint
cocaine
since
to-
I
Yeah,
was
this is California we're talking about.
This is California. Oh gosh. We just didn't have that common high school experience obviously. Because, like, going to, like, a small private school, it was pretty much like, you could party, but a very large percentage of people were very, very afraid of pretty much anything that was outside of, like, a 3-block radius of their home.
Oh, really? You're thinking the city. I was thinking of administration.
Yeah.
Because our administration is strict.
That is true. Our administration is very strict. They check your social media to make sure you're not talking shit about anybody, ever.
Which was sad.
Which was
because
so
there was
sad.
this one tweet
Go prep.
Oh,
of a girl. She tweeted,
this was pretty good.
she retweeted. No, she tweeted it.
No, somebody, I think she was continuing a chain because somebody else had mentioned, like, I don't like short guys or something, or I don't date short guys.
Yeah, and then she said, if your height doesn't start with a 6, don't bother sliding into my DMs.
Ooh.
And this little tiny kid from our school tweets at her, and he says, well, I'm 5'6" and you swallowed. And it blew up.
I mean,
It got like
you think Nicki
600
Minaj, Taylor Swift blew up.
favorites.
Whew. This...
And 400 retweets. It was
Oh my God.
Which,
awesome.
like, amongst our
And
circle,
everyone got
like,
in a lot of trouble.
amongst the private schools and, like, you know, a couple public schools circle in Albuquerque, that 400 retweets is just unheard of.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty
It really
huge.
is.
That was damn near
It
prolific.
was amazing. I loved it.
It was pretty amazing.
And then she tried to come back, and then everyone was just like, "Oh, don't try."
What did she come back
just
with?
don't.
I never saw that, actually. I only saw his part.
She came back with something like it only took 2 minutes or something like that.
Ooh.
Which, like, isn't even good.
No.
Yeah, that's not.
It's like...
And then someone tweeted at her, "Oh, honey, you'll never be that savage," which is just
Oh, no!
just even more brutal.
That is so mean. No, like, okay, I've heard a lot of
I get that it's
perspectives.
bad. Like, it's totally bad.
It was totally
Like, I
bad.
get
Like,
it.
he got in a lot of trouble at our school for it, and, you know, a lot of people were outraged that he didn't get in more trouble. And, like, I understood where they were coming from and everything, you know, to an extent, but, like, my problem with
She was being a
yeah, my
bitch.
problem with it, with what they're saying, was the fact that she was just being so mean. Like, why is it that she's allowed to be so mean, and yet we're not allowed to make a majority of the jokes that we're gonna make? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, because he was actually defending someone else
yes, exactly.
who
Well, I mean,
who was very short and, like, had texted or slid into the DMs of this girl, and she shut him down and was, like, mean to him, and so this other kid tweeted at her.
exactly. I mean, quite frankly, you know, they're always just like, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, with, like, I don't know, with the feminist movement today and everything has this weight to it. And it's like, okay, I get that has, you know, that has the, like, sexist tone to it and everything. But, like, in all actuality, if I'm gonna protect somebody or I'm going to get into a fight with somebody, quite frankly, this may be savage of me to say, but, like, there is no line. There is no limit at which I'm like, oh, that's too far. No. I do whatever I have to prove my point and to win. So.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I
It's
lost
the
you.
truth. Yeah.
I was right with you till the very end pit there where you said you would murder someone to win an argument.
I didn't say murder. Did I say murder? I said I would do anything to win an argument.
Well,
Anything?
Anything?
anything.
Okay, but I
Anything.
meant, like, as in,
Anything.
I would use any knowledge I had of that person. I would kind of pit it against them. Kind of just use whatever I can think of right at that moment. So, anyways, that's yeah. Moving on.
My computer's running out of power.